Hello and welcome to What I Crocheted This Month, a monthly show where I show what I crocheted this month. This month being May of 2021. Let's just dive straight on into it with the Doctor Who figurine, and this month it is the 5th Doctor's turn. As you can see, he's got his blonde hair, his white sweater, and even his little green celery in his pocket. I think he turned out pretty damn good. And I even made his coattail colored. I really like how he turned out. As you might notice, I don't have his duplicate because he isn't made yet, because the whole How to Crochet Doctor Who series is not going as well as I had hoped. I'm still working on the 4th Doctor, so the 5th Doctor's duplicate isn't made yet, but I hope I can include him in June's video, or not, who knows. So the new plan is I'm taking my time with the Doctor Who videos, but I am still going to make one Doctor each month. It's just that the videos and the duplicates will take a lot longer. Anyway, the 5th Doctor. Next up is the Indiana Jones figure of the month, and this month we have Mola Ram from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. As you can see, he's got his iconic hat, and you can take it off to reveal his red patch on his head. I also made it so that you can change his outfit. If you put on the hat, he looks like he did during the ritual. But when you take off his hat, and you can also take this little thing off, he looks like he did on the bridge at the end of the movie. And I thought that was some nice attention to detail. His hat was also really fun and challenging to make. I tried to give like the shrunken head a face, but you don't see it very well. But anyway, that is Mola Ram. To show off the next 3 things I made, I actually have to time travel a bit to a couple of weeks ago, because I gave them away. So, Doctor, could you maybe do me the honors? Why, yes, of course. It worked. Now let's see where those special items are. Oh, there they are. Indeed, there they are. So these 3 things I made in May, but I gave them away before I could make the What I Crocheted This Month video. So here I am showing them to you. The first one is Hedwig, and Hedwig is of course the owl from Harry Potter. Her pattern is from Harry Potter Crochet, a little booklet by Lucy Collins, also known as Lucy Ravenscar. Big fan of her. And I think, despite the pupils looking a bit weird, I think she looks pretty good. And the next thing is Ginny Weasley in a Hogwarts uniform. And this is actually a bit of a blend, a hybrid between the Ginny Weasley pattern from the book and the Hermione pattern from the book, because Hermione was in a school uniform, Ginny was in a Quidditch uniform, so I used the Ginny hair and I sewed it on a Hermione body. And I also invented this little book pattern. I think it doesn't look great, but it's clear what it's meant to be, and that is of course the Tom Riddle diary, because obviously this is Ginny from the second movie. And finally, I also have a Ginny in her Quidditch uniform with a broom. And yeah, this is just the entire pattern, no hybrid shenanigans or anything. I must say, instead of using a drinking straw, I used a toothpick to give the broom some, sturdity. I don't know how you would say that. So yeah, these three I'm going to give away to a friend who is a very big Hedwig and Ginny fan. So I hope they're happy with this. So now let's call Mr. Doctor back and head back to the future. Yes, excellent idea. Next up, I have this guy, and if you remember last month's video, you might remember I made Sprout, and this is this is Sprout for the month of June. So Pride Sprout, Sprite. I don't know. Anyway, I made him or her or them. I don't really care. For obviously the Pride month, it's just the Harry Potter pattern from Harry Potter Crochet by Lucy Collins, but I gave it a rainbow makeover, and I really like how this looks. I really like rainbows as well, and I think it's some nice representation, some nice celebration of the LGBTQ plus community. And yeah, I really like it, and maybe I will make another pattern with just a rainbow color scheme again someday. Who knows? Maybe next year for June. Also, you might wonder, why did you make him in May if it's for June? But that is obviously because June is the Pride month, so I had to have him for Pride month, so I had to finish him in May. And the last thing that I made this month was actually something I knitted, which is also coincidentally Pride related, and that is this scarf. And it is actually the scarf the 13th Doctor wears in Resolution, and it was a really fun knit, something completely different than what I am used to, because instead of knitting like this, right, if you have a scarf, you normally start with like the short bit, like the length, no, the width, and then you knit in the length and you go like this. But now you started with the long bit and you did like not that many rows, but a lot of chains or stitches or whatever. If you want to make this as well, or just see how it was made, I linked the pattern in the description. It is by Annie Howard and I found it on Ravelry. And as you can see, it does resemble the resolution scarf. It doesn't look identical, but that is because the resolution scarf wasn't knitted, I think. I don't know how it was made, but it definitely isn't knitted in the same way. Anyway, that is everything I have crocheted and knitted for the month of May. If you want to see what I get up to in June, be sure to check back later, and maybe I will see you then. Goodbye.